My name is Althaf Mohamed. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Pulse Hotels and Resorts from Maldives. And thank you very much for the opportunity.
Listen, thank you so much for sitting down with Breaking Travel News here
Thank
at
you.
World Travel Market.
Thank you, much appreciated.
It's great to be here with you. Tell us a little bit about the hotels.
Okay, great. Pulse Hotels was, conceptualized back in 2015 with a very clear objective of offering something very different and more of an experiential travel rather than the stereotype Maldives of sun, sea, and sand. We want to kind of look at Maldives and make it be more relevant to not only what the current trends but the future trends as well. So our portfolio now includes three very distinctly different properties, each with a unique identity of itself, focusing on different market segments starting from the entry level 5-star to ultra luxury, but with a very common thread in terms of the way we run our core brand values, of which some of the key aspects has been being responsible to the environment that we exist in, to the wider community that we support, being rooted to the destination, meaning offering authentic Maldivian experiential holidays, but at the same time offering something more playful, something more that everybody at the end of the day goes to travel with a purpose. So we want to fulfill that purpose, not necessarily a good holiday, but a more meaningful and holiday that can take away fond memories and wanting to them to come back again and again.
I'm almost imagining myself being there right now from what you just described. Bring that to life for me a little bit. Give me a bit of a kind of sense of the guest experience.
Okay, so the way we looked at our guest experience is that looking at different market segments coming from the different parts of the world. So Maldives traditionally was always looking at the couples and honeymooners, but we wanted to go beyond that. We said, what about other segments, families, groups of friends, solo travelers, and we've also went into the concept, the segment of incentive travel, meetings, exhibitions, conferences. So we've kind of created a product portfolio that kind of caters to this wider demographic, whilst keeping the core, the experiential holiday, but to also cater to the wider audience. So our products have brought in certain innovative offerings in terms of both product as well as services to cater to this wider demographic.
And here we are at World Travel Market, and emphasis on the world. But tell me a little bit about sort of how important UK, Europe is, and also what your source markets are more generally.
I think it goes without saying that the long haul market has been the bread and butter for Maldives, and within that Europe and UK in particular has been historically one of the most important source markets, and even in this year UK ranks among the top 3 in terms of arrivals into the Maldives. For us as a company, we have always looked at UK as one of our most strongest market presence, and on a positive note we see that having had 2 wonderful years post-pandemic, being one of the few destinations to remain open, even in 2023 we see a positive trend. So we are quite optimistic going into the winter season that the numbers are going to be as good as what it was before. But we continue to invest and expand our awareness, both from a consumer perspective as well as working with our trade partners very closely in continuing to give them the necessary tools, be it product knowledge, incentives, as well as other support, to continue to not only talk about our own portfolio, but also the destination in a wider spectrum.
And you talked about purpose, and you talked about sustainability. Tell me a little bit more about how you've woven that into your very DNA and strategy.
As I mentioned, as one of our core values is being responsible and rooted. So we've looked at sustainability in a more 360 platform, because for a lot of people sustainability is only about environmental sustainability, but we look at both social, economical as well in the 360. So we've brought in a lot of environmental value systems where currently 30% of our energy consumption comes out of solar, and it's a direct injection into the grid without powering through a battery, which is not a sustainable feat. So that's one initiative. We've now almost achieved 100% waste management within our own resort, including biodegradable waste, wastewater management, which we use for irrigation purposes, and all forms of waste. And we are continuing to work towards achieving certain international certifications. We are now embarked on a program to look at EarthCheck as a form of certification for our environmental programs, and the other side is our social commitment. We've launched a foundation where we are supporting local Maldivian emerging talent to support them in educational opportunities in any field of their choice. So currently we have students whom we are sponsoring into aviation, media, hospitality, and other forms of educational options. So it's a full sponsorship and also we don't have any sort of restriction in terms of their choice of where they want to pursue the education. The only thing is we want them to be able to contribute back into the country to benefit what they have benefited from the support that we are giving them, to give back to the country. In the other field, we have also looked at the community that we exist in. Each of our resorts exist in an ecosystem that support local communities in terms of procurement of local produce, organically, whether it's seafood or other forms of produce. And also wherever possible, we do a lot of other forms of social programs. For example, to give you one example, in our largest inventory property, which is Kandima, we've invested in a state-of-the-art decompression chamber, which is the only such facility for the entire southern part of Maldives. So all the fishermen who have any sort of unfortunate accidents can immediately be rushed to our facility, and we have done many life-saving opportunities. And we have partnered with a trauma specialist hospital in Germany, where they send every 2 weeks a trauma specialist to be on site. And so this is just one example of the initiative that we do in terms of our wider responsibility.
Ah, wonderful. What a fantastic interview. You're really setting a new bar for travel and tourism in the Maldives. Thank you for your time today.
Much appreciated, Justin, and thank you very much for the opportunity.